Hi everybody, this is hopefully a quick video just to show you how to use free Google tools to run a referral scheme. So hopefully this is going to work okay. Apologies if it doesn't. Here we go. So running a referral scheme using only free Google tools. We're going to make two assumptions. One, you have Google Analytics installed, and two, you have its conversion tracking in place. Now, conversion tracking is good because it allows you to pay on referral if you have conversion tracking set up properly. If you don't, it's something to investigate, but it wouldn't stop you making a referral scheme work. So, but these are the two assumptions. We're going to use Google Analytics. If you haven't got it installed, go and get it installed. So if you haven't got Google Analytics installed, you need to go and get it installed. And you can do that following this link. It's free to use. It doesn't cost you anything. For those of you that worry about Google knowing too much about your business, don't worry about that because Google probably knows more about your business than you do anyway. So you might as well take advantage of these free tools. So I would recommend using it to show you all kinds of stuff about your business, not just what we're going to use it for today. So yeah, get it set up. Conversion tracking is a little bit more complicated, and we're not going to cover that today because it is a video in its own right. So I've sent you, or there's a link here to WordStream. If you look at the URL, it says 2013, but it got updated, I believe, on the 8th of October this year. So it's actually really, really up to date. It's quite a long piece, but it is very, very worthwhile looking at to add conversion tracking, and it will give you a whole bunch of options. So it's definitely something I would suggest most of you guys should be using. Then the second thing that most people don't know about is this thing called the Google Campaign URL Builder. Now what we're going to use this for is we're going to use this to create our unique URLs for each referral partner, because each referral partner is going to need their own URL, and we don't really want to be going off and building 20 or 30 different pages for each referrer. So we can use the campaign builder to build out URLs or web addresses for each referral partner, so that when you check your stats, you can see which referral partner has sent you the inquiries or traffic or sales. I would say that I would suggest no more than 20 referral partners using this method because it is a manual process. There are other things that you can use that are paid options for scaling, but if you wanted to run a small referral program, this is probably the way I would suggest people start. So point 3, visit and bookmark, rather, that's the URL. Looks a bit dodgy, but it is actually a Google URL. So that's all good. And the main elements that you're going to need for the campaign builder are potentially four points. You're going to need your website URL or the page that you want to send people to. That's part A. Part B is the campaign source. Now, we tend to use the campaign source as the referrer's name. Now, if you want to hide the referrer's name, you can use some kind of code. But I would suggest that you find something that you can use and then make sure that you keep a log so you know who's who. Campaign name. So if you were running different campaigns, so you were having a referral scheme that had different campaigns going on, sort of a summer one, maybe a sale, maybe a winter campaign, maybe something for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you could have done. You can use that here, and you need to dictate that to your referral partner. And then the last one that you may or may not want to use is campaign medium. So referrers can use different URLs by simply changing or adding a campaign medium, which could be email. So if they're sending out emails or in the newsletter, or on their website, or using on social media, for example. D is fairly optional, but it is something that I recommend people start to look at if you start to get a lot of traffic coming in from one or two referral partners, because that will allow you to help these guys drive more traffic to you. And then once you've set all this up and you've got it up and running, where do you find your referral stats? Now, your referral stats will sit inside your Google Analytics. And the best place to find them is to use the left-hand menu. And you will see a menu item called Acquisition. Under Acquisition, you can follow the steps through. So you'll see Overview, then All Traffic, then Referrals. That will tell you by referral, by that referral name or the campaign name that you've given them. And then if you go down to source medium level, which was our part D, then you'll find many other ways of where those stats will sit. So you'll see it by source, so it could be email or website or social, whatever you use. So they're fairly easy to find, and you can run this real time. So Google Analytics does work real time, so you can run these for any period that you want. So that's that. So once you've got your tracking in place, once you've got it tested, once you know it works, the next question we're always asked, and I want to talk a little bit more about this side of this, because adding the technology is fairly simple. Once you've done that, and you can outsource that to one of your tech people if you're not technical, or if you get stuck, ask me and I'll find you somebody. But once you've done that part and you've got the technology in place, then you need to find referral partners. So we're going to talk a little bit about where to find referral partners. So we're going to give you 6 options. Number 1 is Google. Basically, use Google around your search terms that you want to appear and rank for, and look for sites that are ranking for those terms that you may be able to work with. So they could be review sites, they could be bloggers, they could be community sites, they could be a whole raft of sites. And then you can approach a couple of these and look to set up some kind of referral scheme with them. The second one is Facebook groups. Facebook groups are very, very good for asking questions, looking for referral partners, and just connecting with the right kind of people. Past customers could be good referrers, so don't forget your past customers. Actual physical networking groups, when we can get back networking, could be an option for you to find referral partners. Local businesses, if you're promoting local business within your site, why aren't you talking to them about them promoting you? So that could be another way of finding good quality referral partners. And then related websites. So what is it that you do, and what other products and services does your potential customer use that you refer outward, and maybe go to some of those and see if they can refer inward. So hopefully that's given you a quick and dirty. And the thing to say here is you should be always looking for referral partners. It's not a one and done. You need to be looking for referral partners consistently and constantly, because partners will drop, partners will come on board. There'll be a whole new way of new sites popping up all the time, new platforms. So you need to make sure that you're constantly looking for referral partners. And I don't mean every minute of every day. Just take out 10 minutes once a week and have a look for partners. And then how do we track them? So you need to have a page on your website for partners to apply to join your referral program. We don't suggest that you just accept anybody. This page should have a form to send you an application email. So if you don't have forms, and we're talking about Google, you can use a Google form. So you can have a Google form on your website that asks for information about who they are, what they are, how they're going to promote you, and if there's a fit. this is a good thing because this will save you a lot of time and effort. So I do suggest people use a form, and they do have the wording that suggests that they're applying. They're not simply just going to refer you stuff, because there'll be people that you won't want to work with. But this is a way of streamlining and stripping those out. So your referral partner page should outline what you're paying as a referral fee, who your ideal client is, when you're going to pay referral partners, what constitutes activity that you will accept, and what constitutes activity that you won't accept. And I would also suggest that you ask the applicant how they intend to promote you. So if there's a particular method that they want to use that you're not comfortable with, you can ask them not to promote you in that way. Or you might suddenly get server melting traffic that comes through from a whole bunch of dodgy looking sites where they've just put your links everywhere. So you really need to be kind of careful. Hopefully that won't happen, but I'm thinking more pessimistically rather than optimistically. So that hopefully should protect you. So really that was a quick video. I was hoping to get that under 10 minutes, but I waffled on a little bit. So this hopefully gets you started using Google tools. So we're going to use Google Analytics, we're going to use the conversion tracking, and we're going to use the Google URL campaign builder. And for your application form, we're going to use Google Forms. So it doesn't have to be expensive, it doesn't have to be complicated, you just need to get started. We've set this up, this exact method of tracking, for large insurance companies that were paying out hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of commissions every year, just simply using this method because it works. Everybody was happy, everybody knew how the tracking was working, everybody trusted the tracking because Google was independent of the company, and it was easy to run reports. There are very, very multiple different ways of running much more complex options for scalable programs. But if you want to run something small and something easy, then this is a great way to get started. Once you've bedded this into your business and you want to expand and you're getting a lot more out of referral marketing, then we can talk to you about the different options within Affiliate Dojo to help you with either plugins for WordPress or third-party tools that allow you to scale and expand this in a much more robust way. So I hope that helps. Any questions, do post them on the video. Post wherever this ends up. This is probably going to go in a couple of places, so I've kept it fairly generic. So it's going to go on Affiliate Dojo. And I know there's a couple of other communities where this will be posted. So do post questions underneath this video wherever it sits, and I will find it. Okay, have a good day.